Today, we're breaking the illusion of reality TV, going behind the scenes and exposing the secrets of one of the most successful reality shows of the last several decades, Pawn Stars.
The Pawn Stars you thought you knew aren't just about antiques. They've got stories beyond the counter. From rare collectibles to family drama, Pawn Stars made history. But here's what really happened to the people behind the shop. Here's where it all started. Las Vegas, 1989. Rick Harrison, a man with a good eye for a deal, opened the gold and silver pawn shop. He wasn't thinking about TV fame, he just wanted to make a living and enjoy the thrill of finding something valuable. The moment you walked in, you could tell there was something special about the place. Rick had grown up around pawn shops, but it was his father, Richard Old Man Harrison, who helped build the base. The old man was more than just a dad with advice. He was a true character, rough, direct, incredibly sharp, and full of stories that could make you laugh or feel uncomfortable all at once. Together, father and son built the business with hard work, humor, and a talent for finding things other people missed.
I want to bust your bubble.
What, so you let me spend the money instead?
Now I can holler at you. Damn it, Corey, I told you I had a damn headache.
I still got a business to run up here.
Oh, shut up. Run it a little quieter.
It wasn't just about gold, coins, or rare guitars. It was about the people, the bargaining, and the way different personalities bumped heads or connected over every deal. Word spread fast among locals. Then the cameras showed up. The mix of unusual customers, Rick's sharp instincts, and the old man's straight-talking wisdom made the show impossible to turn off. What began as a small pawn shop quickly became famous all over the world, showing the energy and charm of Las Vegas in every episode. Fans weren't just watching people buy and sell things, they were watching a real family deal with life, one strange, valuable, or just plain weird item at a time. It was real, it was messy, and it stuck with you. What would you have done if you'd walked in on that very first day, not knowing that everything, your life, or the show, was about to change? And here's where the story really comes together. Rick Harrison isn't just a pawnbroker, he's the heart of the gold and silver pawn shop. Walk in, and you feel it straight away. Sharp eyes checking every item, a quick joke to ease the mood, and a confidence that shows he knows exactly what something is worth. Rick is funny, but also tough when it comes to business. He can win people over, bargain with skill, and put his foot down when he needs to. That mix made him great for TV. Viewers loved watching him figure out both the item and the person selling it at the same time. Fame changed things, though. Almost overnight, the shop went from a local spot to a worldwide attraction. Rick had to keep the business running, look after customers, film the show, and still make time for his family. The days were long, the mornings early, and there was always the pressure of being on whenever the cameras were rolling. Even so, Rick kept his feet on the ground. He'd joke about how crazy things had got, but he never forgot what the shop meant to him. And the deals, oh, the deals. From a baseball signed by Babe Ruth to rare guitars and old cars, Rick's ability to spot value made the news again and again. Some deals were tense, some were funny, and a few were hard to believe. Fans remember him walking into a room, looking things over, having a laugh, and leaving with an amazing deal. That mix of skill, personality, and gut feeling is what made Rick the face everyone thinks of when they hear Pawn Stars. Then there's the legend himself, Richard Old Man Harrison, the man whose frown could silence a room and whose jokes could make anyone laugh. From the very beginning, he brought authority, personality, and a straight-talking charm that made every episode stand out. The old man wasn't just playing a role for the cameras, he was the backbone of the shop, keeping everyone in check while telling stories that became the heart of the show. His blunt humor and sharp thinking weren't just fun to watch, they were part of what made the shop what it was. Fans loved him right away. He could cut through nonsense with one line, share wisdom with a grunt, and make even a dull deal feel like a big moment. But under that tough outer shell, he cared deeply about his family, the shop, and the people who came through the door. His guidance shaped Rick, Corey, and even Chum Lee, and brought an order to the daily chaos that viewers really connected with. When news of his death came in 2018, it hit hard. The shop felt emptier, the jokes quieter, and fans grieved someone who had grown much bigger than just a TV character. Tributes poured in. Emotional words from the cast, heartfelt messages from fans, and news coverage honoring a man who had turned a simple pawn shop into something the whole world knew. Rick Harrison called his father his guide and mentor, someone who could calm things down and bring laughter at the same time. The old man's legacy isn't just in the episodes or the deals, it's in the spirit he left behind. The humor, the wisdom, and the proof that personality alone can turn even the most ordinary place into something truly special. For fans and family, he'll always be the king of the counter, the man who made every deal mean something. And then there's Corey Harrison, the guy who grew up with cameras always around and learned the business one wild day at a time. He started as a teenager sweeping floors and putting labels on items and quickly picked up the trade from his father and grandfather. But growing up in front of millions of people wasn't easy. Every mistake, every slip-up, and every awkward teenage moment was there for the world to see. That pressure shaped him, made him tougher, and gave him a strength that most people couldn't fully understand. Over time, Corey stepped up into a leadership role, running the shop with a mix of authority and humor that reminded you of Rick, but was still very much his own style. Along the way, he faced a big personal challenge, being diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. It meant changing how he lived, managing his health alongside a demanding job, and still making sure the shop ran smoothly, but Corey never let it define him. Instead, he used it as a reason to stay focused and keep pushing forward. The gold and silver pawn shop continued to do well under his watch. Corey kept the daily chaos behind the counter under control, handled big deals, and helped the business grow. Outside the shop, he stayed in the public eye as a reality TV personality while also balancing married life and being a parent. Fans have always admired how he went from an awkward kid on the floor to a capable, smart manager. Proof that growing up on television doesn't have to mean losing who you are. And here's a story you've watched unfold step by step. Austin Chum Lee Russell. When the cameras first started rolling, he was the funny one. The lovable guy who made people laugh, stumbled over his words, and sometimes over his own feet. He wasn't the sharpest person in the shop, but he had heart and a likable energy that made fans root for him. That image stuck around for a while, until life hit him hard. In 2016, Chum Lee ran into serious legal trouble, drug and weapons charges that shocked fans of the show. It was a wake-up call. He went to therapy, looked hard at the choices he'd been making, and slowly started to change. That change wasn't just about staying out of trouble. It showed he could handle responsibility, work life, and being in the public eye all at once. Little by little, Chum Lee went from being the comic relief to holding a more respected place in the shop. He got a good grasp of the trade, learned how to manage stock, and even started helping newer staff find their feet. Fans who had once laughed at him began to respect him for how much he'd grown. Interviews and social media posts showed a different side of him. Still fun, but now more responsible and professional too. Chum Lee's story is a real example of second chances. Mistakes made in public, lessons learned the hard way, and a man who turned his reputation around through loyalty and growth. The fans in the shop both noticed the change, and many now see him as just as important to Pawn Stars as Rick or Corey. Proof that everyone deserves another shot. And this is where the real magic and the real drama began. Rick, Corey, and Chum Lee were more than just co-workers. They were family, teachers, and sometimes rivals all at once. On camera, Rick's sharp instincts and practical way of thinking often clashed with Corey's growing management style, creating moments that were tense but also funny. Meanwhile, Chum Lee kept things light, sometimes frustrating everyone, but also reminding them not to take life too seriously. There was always mentoring going on. Rick taught Corey how to tell a good deal from a bad one, while Corey helped Chum Lee understand how the shop actually worked beyond just being the funny guy. Arguments came up over prices, strategies, or just the everyday chaos of running the shop, but they were always smoothed over with respect and a laugh. Those moments helped shape the Pawn Stars story and kept viewers coming back. Fans weren't just watching deals, they were watching real personalities bump heads, learn from each other, and grow. Every argument, joke, and lesson added more depth to the show and proved that personal relationships and good business don't always sit comfortably together. It was that mix, family, mentoring, rivalry, and humor, that turned everyday conversations into great TV. Feeling both the tension and the laughter at once, What would you have done in the middle of one of their negotiations? And let's not forget the deals that made headlines and helped Pawn Stars become part of popular culture. From a baseball signed by Babe Ruth to rare Civil War items, each find brought its own excitement, tension, and sense of occasion. Fans remember the moments when Rick's eyes lit up at just the right item, when Corey's careful thinking took over, or when Chum Lee's antics nearly wrecked a deal, or somehow made it better. Like that vintage guitar with a hidden history, or the unusual coin collections that drew collectors from everywhere, some deals went viral online. Every agreement was about more than just money. It was about the stories behind the items. The way Rick, Corey, and Chum Lee reacted, bargained, and talked to each other turned every deal into a small drama that kept people coming back each week. These standout moments set the tone for the whole show. Fans debated deals, shared clips, and followed the cast's growth just as much as the items being bought and sold. The show worked because it captured the thrill of finding something hidden and valuable, the tension of a tough negotiation, and the laughs that came from moments nobody expected. Pawn Stars was never really just about antiques. It was about the excitement, the characters, and the stories that came with every trade. Away from the cameras and bright lights, the Pawn Stars cast have lives that don't always make it onto the screen. For Rick Harrison, family has been a cornerstone of his journey. Even while managing a world-famous pawn shop and a hit TV show, his bond with his children and wider family kept him grounded. Family dinners, celebrations, and quiet personal moments all happened behind the scenes, reminding Rick of what truly matters. Corey's personal life has also come into the spotlight at times. Balancing marriage, raising children, and running the shop hasn't been simple. Managing type 1 diabetes on top of all that added another layer, requiring him to balance work pressures with family responsibilities. Chum Lee's personal growth has perhaps been the most visible of all. After his legal trouble in 2016, he threw himself into becoming a more responsible person and turning his life around. That change affected not just his role in the shop, but also how he approached friendships, family, and working relationships. Fame has a way of making every moment feel bigger. Celebrations, arguments, and everyday life all play out with an audience watching. Even so, these three have found ways to put family first, learn from their mistakes, and keep growing as people, all while entertaining millions and keeping the gold and silver pawn shop's doors open. It's a reminder that behind every reality TV star, there's a very real life happening just off camera. Let's not forget the people who make the magic happen away from the pawn counter. Producers, editors, and the shop's own staff work hard to keep the show running smoothly. They shape the stories, find the best camera angles, and make sure viewers at home catch every laugh, every tense moment, and every deal. The production crew doesn't just film what happens, they build stories out of it. They turn everyday pawn shop meetings into gripping TV by highlighting rivalries, teaching moments, and funny exchanges. Editors decide which deals take center stage, which ideas stick around, and how each episode flows from beginning to end. The shop staff, meanwhile, keep the business itself going, managing stock, helping customers, and handling the money, often without getting much credit. These people are the unsung heroes of the show. Their work makes sure that Rick, Corey, and Chum Lee's personalities come through clearly, and that viewers feel the excitement, humor, and drama that make Pawn Stars so watchable. Without them, the show would never have become the cultural phenomenon it is today. And here's the question fans often ask: where are the Pawn Stars now? Rick Harrison is still very much in charge of the gold and silver pawn shop. He's behind the counter, sizing up rare finds and striking deals the way only he can, making sure the business runs well. He also makes public appearances, attends events, and has grown the family brand into other areas, sharing his knowledge with fans along the way. Corey still runs the shop day to day, balancing work with family life. He manages the staff, handles big deals, and keeps the daily chaos in order, all while looking after his health and managing type 1 diabetes alongside the demands of running a busy pawn shop. Chum Lee has come a long way since his early days as the funny one. Today, he balances his responsibilities at the shop, occasional TV appearances, and his own personal growth. Fans see a more settled, responsible side of him, proof that he can learn from his mistakes and hold his own under pressure. The supporting staff and familiar faces, though less in the spotlight, keep playing an important role. Whether helping value items, working behind the scenes, or guiding newer staff, they help the gold and silver pawn shop run smoothly and hold on to the charm that has kept fans hooked for years. The original cast may be older and wiser, but the spark that made Pawn Stars so addictive is still very much alive. Proof that a reality show can grow and change with the people in it without losing what made it special. Behind the laughs and the big deals, the Pawn Stars cast has faced some real difficulties. Health problems, legal trouble, and the constant pressure of being in the public eye have all tested their patience, strength, and judgment. Keeping up a public image while running a real business is no easy task, and the stakes go well beyond TV ratings. Through all of it, one lesson stands out. Family and loyalty matter more than any deal. Rick, Corey, and Chum Lee have leaned on each other and the wider team to get through tough times and stay true to themselves. Fans respond to that honesty, and it's a reminder that success in reality TV isn't just about being entertaining. It's about trust, real relationships, and being willing to show who you actually are. From a business point of view, they've learned how to balance fame with running a real company. TV fame can open doors, but it also brings a lot of scrutiny. By staying grounded, treating customers well, and keeping the shop in good shape, the team shows that reality TV stars can also be serious business people, while still putting on a great show for millions of viewers. Pawn Stars teaches you more than just how to haggle. It's about sticking with things, taking responsibility, and finding value in both the items on the counter and the people standing behind it. The influence of Pawn Stars stretches well beyond the gold and silver pawn shop in Las Vegas. The show sparked a wave of reality series built around niche businesses, collectibles, and family-run companies. Fans still quote lines, rewatch famous negotiations, and argue over who got the better deal. And online communities keep that energy alive years after the episodes first aired. Standout moments, from Chum Lee's funny slip-ups to Rick's sharp haggling and Corey's tense negotiations, have become viral clips and GIFs shared all over social media. Merchandise, from branded clothing to collectible replicas, keeps fans feeling close to the show and the people they've grown to love. Pawn Stars found its own unique place in popular culture, part educational, part entertainment, and completely human. It gave viewers the thrill of discovery, the tension of a tough negotiation, and the warmth of a family and a team who could turn everyday objects into great stories. Its legacy isn't just in viewing figures or viral moments, it's in the millions of fans who still feel like they're part of the shop, the family, and the memorable moments that happened behind that counter. Pawn Stars was never really just about the items on the shelves. It was about the people, their stories, and the lives behind the counter. Through laughter and loss, lessons and legacy, the Harrison family and their crew remind us that the real treasures are the moments we share along the way.